Hey everyone, I'm Z, the Fairy Medicine Woman, and today I wanted to talk about energy forecast for March. I am so filled with love and joy right now, and I was getting a lot of messages from Spirit, from the ancestors, from deities, from gods and goddesses, and I wanted to make sure that I share everything that's going on with you. So I'm going to give you a little bit of energy information. I'm going to give you a little bit of information from deities, gods, and goddesses, and I'm also going to give you some information around twin flames because there's a lot going on with twin flames. And I want to make sure that you know how to best handle these situations, you can safely navigate them, and you feel comfortable in this journey itself because it's a wild journey. And I know a lot of you on this page do have twins, and everybody's mirroring each other right now. So if it resonates for you, it will likely be for you, right? If this video found you, it's for you. So right now in March is a very grounding month, right? So February was fast manifestations, meaning it was the perfect time for you to invest, to make big decisions, to put yourself out there, to ask for what you want to people and from the universe, to choose yourself. Like, it's very action oriented month. March is very different. Excuse me. March is really about you tapping into the inner depths of who you are to manifest the things that you are wanting. So it's a little bit less mundane, it's a little less earthly, it's more watery, it's more loving, it's soft, it's gentle, but you're doing it in tandem with your manifestations and your actions, but in a very different way. So you're using your manifestation energy to kind of guide your decision making right now, which you were doing in February, but you were like 80% more in the tasks. Like, you were doing the tasks. Now you are doing the energy work, you are grounding, you are, raising your frequency as high as you can, but you're also running your business, because a lot of you are entrepreneurs. You're running your business, or you're transitioning into running your business, and you're getting into a very deep creative flow. And what's great about March is there's a lot of, gods and goddesses and deities who are stepping forward in March, because February, while they were around, it was a completely different group of them. But there were also lessons for the collective to be able to liberate themselves. So you needed to be able to say difficult things. You needed to be able to understand when you would get yourself in difficult situations. You needed to remove people from your life. You were being heavily tested. And so you had physical, pentacle type of energy that you needed to address. And that could have also manifested in your body as like exhaustion, tired, like, chaotic relationships, things breaking, like all that kind of stuff, because you were shattering the old versions of you, old realities, and stepping into a new beginning. But you have to create the environment, the space for it, right? And so in March, the deities are now stepping forward because you were able to successfully raise your energy. So if you have been feeling more deities around, they're going to be very specific to where you're at on your journey. And I'm gonna kind of tie this into the twin flames now, and just love journeys in general, because there's many deities, especially if you are a femme. If you are a femme, you're getting a lot of femme deities coming towards you to help you be in a frequency of love, right? Like, if you're a masculine, this is how they're telling me to explain it. So I'm gonna do my best to decipher this vision right now. So if you are a masculine who's going to hold a container for a feminine energy, right, regardless of gender, you are in the journey of learning to open your heart space to be able to hold a divine feminine energy, because a divine feminine energy is very different than a karmic feminine energy. And a divine feminine energy has the frequency of love that is so deep and grounded, and open and massive that it requires you to have very big energetic boundaries with people around you, with your own mentality, with your lust, with like all these sorts of things, right? And then on the opposite side, divine feminines are learning how to accept and surrender sometimes, even energetically, to be open to be able to trust divine masculine in their life. And both of you together are learning how to not be codependent during this time. So you might be on a journey of, running your business while also becoming spiritually enlightened during March so that you can come together with your soul tribe and your twin partner. And so March has a very like I already said soft, it's not the word I'm looking for, maybe it'll come to me, but it has a very like gentleness to it. So you're going to be moving through with a feeling of peace more so than you did in February, and it's going to keep expanding the rest of the year. And what you're also learning, especially if you are the feminine, a divine feminine, is how to correctly tap into your divine masculine energy within yourself, not your divine masculine, but your divine masculine within yourself, to be able to have stability in your own life again, so that when you come together, you're not codependent on each other. You might also find that like your telepathic communication with your twin is going to get really strong, like very, very strong and kind of freaky, but strong, and lean into that. But what you don't want to do is become obsessive about it. So in March, because there's so much love going around and your manifestations are going to be flying in front of your face like so quickly, if you're a divine feminine or a masculine, you might start to be around more masculine energy, or vice versa, you might be around more feminine energy, because you're being guided to like welcome that energy into your life. So if you are doing manifestations for your twin flame journey, you will likely also have corresponding gods and goddesses here to help you during this time to be able to do that. You might also be getting educated on different types of gods and goddesses and their own love stories so that you can understand your own. Because there's lessons in everything. It depends on, your past lives, what your path is going forward, who's there to help you, and what it may look like going forward, because sometimes gods and goddesses will share their story either because there's commonalities, or maybe they have that, like you both have very similar energy, a very similar story, or there's a lesson to be learned there from their own love story that you will be applying in your life, or to better help you understand what your twin is going through. And it's really important that you are not like overly busy with people who are not meant to be in your life. So March is not necessarily a time for you to be out getting it, with your friends and things like that. You are being asked to like focus. Like March is like your focus time. Also still fun, still doing those things, but it's still, you have to be focused. You have to have a foundation. Now that you did all the clearing, right? It's like, now that you pulled out and cut down a bunch of things, let's start tilling, let's prepare, and then we're gonna start planting, right? Or laying cement. I don't know how that works. I don't really build houses, but it seems important. So March, again, take notes. Make sure that you have your pieces of your like career puzzles starting to come together. Make sure that if you have had people that you've been wanting to bring onto your team, bring them onto your team. If you have content you've been wanting to post, now is the time to be like in routine with all of that. So know what days you're going to post, put that link out there, put yourself out there, put your music out there. Don't rush anything, but also don't slack. Like I'm getting like heavy, like don't rush it, but don't slack, because you still need to get it done. Like, because many people who are on their twin flame journey, you're on a timeline. You're on a timeline to get to a certain spot, so that you can connect with each other. And you can sometimes slow it down, but your purpose, like as a twin flame, is also to help the collective, and the collective needs help. So go with the flow, yes, and love yourself and allow all this energy to come in and like feel really good and amazing inside, but also make sure you're checking your calendar and actually showing up to your meetings, right? Like we're gonna go with that as well. So yeah, I feel like that's everything I wanted to share. I just was going off the cuff of what Spirit wanted me to talk about today. I just want to share that happy 3/3 portal day. Now's a great time to light a candle. If you are in your feminine energy and you're wanting to bring in a softness, light a pink candle. If you're in your masculine energy and want to call in something else, light a red candle. If you are just wanting to have clarity and peace and, you know, whatever you are calling it in the stage of your life, light a white candle, burn your incense. Like I'm getting a lot of people burning their incense in March and being intentional with your rising routines, like what you do first thing when you get up, you know, taking care of yourself. You know, something I like to do is, you know, schedule in bathhouse visits every week to take care of myself as well. So if that's something that you like, you know, go pamper yourself and be balanced, be in a really beautiful energy, because you're receiving a lot of energy right now, and it's going to be so much easier for you to hold the capacity of a deity or your twin energy, or explore that energy when you're holding the right container for it. Let's just say that, right? We're not trying to put a corn dog into, I don't know, something, a small container. You know what I mean. But anyways, I wanted to share that with you all. Be sure to stop by Aziz School for the Gifted. We had a really beautiful session today. I am always there to help you on your spiritual journey, your ascension journey. I channel a ton of information in those classes, and I've had folks show up who don't even want to talk and I will read your energy regardless. I got you. And sometimes people come in and they're scattered and whatnot, and we pump the brakes and I just deliver information. We kind of go on a healing journey together. We open your clairs, your ancestors come, and I can tell you whatever needs to come up during that time. And it's a really safe space. So the link is below in the description. I highly recommend you be there or check out any of the other services. And I'm also going to ask all of you, and I'm going to make another post about this, to pre-save my new song coming out. It's called Dreams of Thunder, and it's by me, Buujee Savage. Obviously that's my artist name. And the more we pre-save the song, the stronger the algorithm gets and will push it even further. So I'm asking you all for help, as a divine feminine, to click that link below and pre-save my song so we can send out some more good vibes out into the world. And that's it. I'm sending you lots of love, and hopefully I will see you in one of the sessions, beautiful people. I will talk to you later.